Well, the time now is 6:20. I'm meteorologist Brittany Begley looking out for you. Take a look at your screen. This is the Southwest Freeway camera. You can see the clouds in the area as we continue to track the chance of thunderstorms, gustier conditions, not even ruling out the chance of hail. Right now in Houston on this Father's Day, here is what you need to know as we plan the rest of your evening. So taking a look at Storm Tracker 2, what we've been watching really is this line of showers coming from the west, slowly making its way into the Houston area. And there's two different lines of showers that we're going to continue to watch and track the next couple of hours. So in this shot alone, we have more than 224 lightning strike, which just speaks to the intensity of the showers making its way into our area. So a couple different areas we're going to watch right now, just where that intensity is at, where the thunderstorms are at, where the lightning's at, and you can see it's going to be right here. So making its way in from Brenham down to Cypress into Jersey Village, you're seeing those heavier downpours right now as we speak. So if again you're headed out for Father's Day or making your way home, this is where we're seeing those thunderstorms happening now, expected to move slowly to the east. So again, this is going to be right here at Jersey Village. You can see that rain coming down right there near 6 right here into that 290 as you try to make your way into downtown Houston, Spring Valley, Hunters Creek, up into the north. Again, it's going to be that Jersey Village area all the way up into Charterwood, Bush, and into Spring. You can see it right there. And then it's going to make its way up into that 45 corridor. But really a lot of that intensity from that storm, again, is happening. It's going to be right here at 6, 290 Jersey Village as it slowly tries to push its way into the Houston area. So that's kind of like the line of those thunderstorms making its way to us. Let's take a look at the northern areas as well. We've seen off and on showers throughout the evening. This is going to be a busy corridor, especially for folks driving from 45 into the Dallas area or have family coming in, where we're noticing on that 45 corridor just south of that Huntsville area. Huntsville doesn't look as bad right now, but as you make your way into Conroe, you can see the heavier downpours followed by some lightning strikes both west and east of that 45 corridor. And then we are ruling out the potential for hail. So looking at that and knowing that with the gustier conditions, you can see here's 45 near Spring, and then right off to the east of it, right there, you can see more of those downpours. So that's going to be right here, 45 and 99 as you make your way up into that 69, that loop right here. We're seeing those downpours. And again, we're not ruling out gustier conditions, and those purple spots, not only is that representing downpours, but that can also show you the hail that's coming down into the northern area. So again, it's the western part of the map that we'll continue to watch, and then up into the north as a line of showers make its way into the Houston area. Then a third cell that we'll continue to watch is going to be right here. This is on I-10 on the east side of the map. You can see rain coming down. This is going to be just south of Cove. So just for context, here's Interstate 10. Here is Cove. And here is right here, there's the water. So you can see right here, just those coastal communities here, they have the heavier downpours and thunderstorms happening now. Not seeing hail with this one, but we are definitely seeing those downpours as those storms come off the water. So big picture is that we'll continue to watch and track those line of severe weather, the thunderstorm, I should say, Sugar Land, all the way into the Houston, Bush, the Woodlands, into close to the Huntsville area. And let's track this for the next let's see, I think it is moving to, you can see it right there. It's slowly trying to make its way to the east. And that's probably one of our concerns, is as it makes its way into the east, it's going to be Houston downtown. That I-10 corridor will watch for that chance of rain. So you can see it right here coming from the west, slowly trying to make its way into the east right now as we speak. And I think that we're going to get there in the next hour or so. So looking at the now, again, we're right there close to the Houston area. Probably the next time I update you in 30 minutes, we'll be in downtown Houston near that I-10 corridor. So this is the area of concern. We'll zoom in really tight one more time, kind of time track it for you. Again, we can see that line of showers right now. The more of that intensity is going to be in that Jersey Village area as the rain comes down to 90. Here's 8 right here, and up to the north, just for context, that is 45. So looking at it, knowing that it is going to be moving northeast, we can kind of see if we can train it out for you just a little bit. So Jersey Village up into, we should get to more of the heavier rain, Jersey Village High School by 6:35. And then let me just take it out just a little bit. Let's see right here. Perfect. Taking it out just a little bit further, going from right here into the Bush Airport. Near that, we had a ground stop earlier today. That has no longer been the case, but we are going to see delays from that earlier ground stop until at least 11 o'clock tonight as they try to catch up from these thunderstorms. But the Jersey Village High School, you are next up with more heavier downpours, and of course we'll update you on everything you need to know in terms of the direction of the storm. But it looks like it's going to be northeast, and I do think in the next 30 minutes we're going to make its way out into the Houston area. So with that being said, let's look at future track. As you can see, that 5 o'clock we were watching northern areas and southern areas, and then now that we're at 6:30, it's really just going to be this right here making its way, which is pretty much on par of what we're seeing. So future track is holding together nicely, and that's going to help us time out the rest of your evening so that you are safe as you make your way home from Father's Day dinner, or maybe you decided to stay inside, which is the best bet for you. Here is that 8 o'clock. You can see again the thunderstorms really coming from the El Campo area, making its way into Sugarland. Katy, we're seeing not thunderstorms but downpours at 8 o'clock, and then that again that I-10 corridor in Houston up into that 45 corridor, Bush into Woodlands, the heavier downpours, the thunderstorms. And then you got to remember these shades that you're seeing in purple could produce even heavier downpours and hail. By 8 o'clock, again, slowly making its way. We're trying to push it to the east, but we're still going to get right smack dab in the middle of I-10 corridor, those thunderstorms. When we get on air at 10 o'clock, we're still going to see lighter rain. So the severe weather, the thunderstorms, the gustier conditions, hopefully will be pushing out, but it's going to be all about this rain that we'll continue to watch. And you got to think about it, even on Thursday, which one of our busier weather days, these coastal communities right here, they got 6, 12, even 14 inches of rain. And then places like Houston, 2 to 4, and up to the north, some places like Livingston on Thursday alone got 5 inches. That was on Thursday. We had rain Friday, Saturday, and now we're watching rain, which Liberty County's already got a lot of rain throughout the evening. So why I'm telling you this is just because the soil is saturated, and when it has so much water, there's nowhere, the ground can't absorb that extra water, and that's why we get concerned with secondary roadways flooding, because the water hits the ground. Instead of being absorbed, it's going to the left, to the right. It's just basically going like a sponge and just going everywhere except for the ground, putting us at a higher potential for flooding. So 10 o'clock, we'll still see widespread showers. We're not looking at as intense thunderstorms, but definitely that weather threat is still there. Your 10-day forecast shows you, again, it's been all about the 90 degrees hot. It was muggy. Tomorrow, what we'll watch is that forecast. Temperature wise, it's still going to be hot, it's still going to be muggy, but what we are going to continue to watch is that chance for thunderstorms in the afternoon into the evening. So much like what we've been dealing with today, that's going to be the same pattern. We're also going to see that chance for rain Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now moving into that Saturday. So we are just getting started. Now that low that brought us all that rain and the intensity, that's moved up to the north. So what that really means as it moves up to the north, it's going to take those thunderstorms with it. However, it's really going to be just about that timing. We're still going to see that chance for rain. Might not be as intense, but then when we get to adding rain day after day after day after day, that's when we start to have more of those problems. So again, I think it's really going to be about, we've been watching that 5 o'clock hour moving into the 6. It's slowly making its way into the Houston area in terms of downtown. Actually, it actually has since we started a couple of minutes ago. Let's see, we'll go one more time, get a little bit tighter, and then I'll come back here in about a half an hour and update you. So again, right now it's slowly making its way into Galleria. So Jersey Village, that downpour, the thunderstorms, and then let's see right here. Let's see if I zoom in a little bit closer to those downpours. And then if you are getting hail, you'll have to send us a picture and to click to Houston so that we can see it. But here is the area where we're getting more of the heavier rain right now as we speak. So this is going to be Old Katy Road. You can see that down here. Here's Kansas Street right here as we speak. And then Hurst Street, you're getting heavier downpours with that potential of hail. Toledo Street, Katy Street, Petty Street, Darling Street, Larkin Street, Hurst Street, up into Woodbrook Lane, Worcester Lane up there, Grovewood Lane, all the way up to Cindy Lane. These are the areas that are getting the downpours. I was concerned with heavier rain, maybe that potential of hail that has now moved up just to the north, just a little bit in this spot. So this is going to be just north of Wynwood Lane, right there at Bell Street. So we'll watch that for you, those downpours. And then just south of 22nd Street, we're seeing some heavier rain. Again, that potential for some hail, and that's going to be the story the next couple of hours. So a lot to talk about with your forecast. Of course, we have a full update at click2houston.com, so you can check radar as these storms continue on. Of course, our team is going to update you on TV, online, and on our app with all the severe weather alerts that you need to know to keep you and your family safe ahead of more storms headed our way tomorrow. Of course, we'll bring you another update coming up in 30 minutes. We'll see you then.